that pops up as soon as I press start recording. You know, it's the kind of stuff they do as well. Manipulate your computer to try and stop you, put you off. So lately, they've been letting me know that they've been spying on where I'm going on holiday, and to the exact detail. So I was sat waiting for a train the other day, and these two women come sit next to me and start talking about the exact place I'd been in Mallorca, Calabona, right? That was where I went. And they start talking about it, and then they start going, oh yeah, it's lovely, you know, I went to Tenerife, you know, because I went to Tenerife, and then they go, oh yeah, Greece is really nice this time of year. So they're targeting me, they're just letting me know subliminally that they're spying on me, right? So this is a recording of the people. Sound recording. Yeah, like immediately they start talking about the police, yeah? Near the police station. You know, and that's how they insult you, like. So she goes, oh, it's a swine. Notice how she puts emphasis on the word swine. Listen. It was swine to go on to, see? That's what they do.
No, if you didn't have any match, or it's like a metallic, like a gold effect, yeah, and it's just going on.
They talk a load of gibberish, but then they drop things. So I wasn't able to actually catch the bit where they were talking about where I went on holiday. They stopped talking about it when I started recording, but yeah, I caught some stuff.
In time, you still start this bit, come down and I've got to see what these doing. And just go, oh, I thought I wouldn't mind a bit in the back of
And I want you to hear this if it's still going. I thought I heard it. Hear it and stop. Right, as soon as like a second ago I started hearing ambulance sirens, so they're not making a video. I can't hear them now, but I'm sure I heard them. Very, very faint, but I heard them. And this happens all the time, right? So I'll leave my flat and there'll be very faint ambulance sirens nearly every time I leave in the background. You know, this is what they do. It's time to certain things that you do as well. You know, this mocking laugh, they like to do that. Listen. You know, that's how they try to trigger you. I was targeting them. I was like sticking my middle finger up in a discreet way so they'd see, but no one could really say I was deliberately doing it. You know, they didn't say nothing. It were a mess, you know. They drop words. It's always negative words, so they've already dropped swine and it's a mess. And the police, of course. Yeah, now they start talking about, oh yeah, alcoholic, you know, trying to say I'm an alcoholic. Well, listen, I hardly drink anything, so if someone's told you I'm an alcoholic, they're dead wrong, because I don't drink much. But once again, this is negative, what I call negative programming, but scientifically I found out what it's called, and I see this shit popping up. You know, I found out what it's called, and it's called you know what, I can't remember what it's called, but there's a name for it. I did do a talk show call on it. Let me think for a minute. I'll remember what it's called. I'm a bit tired as well, so my brain is a bit slow. Let me think. I can't remember, but basically there is a word for what it is. When they'll drop a command or a subliminal message in a sentence in a discrete way. So yeah. You hear, oh yeah, alcohol. Now, as well as they start talking about some guy who, you'll hear it, but they started talking about some guy who was in love with someone, and they were trying to mock him for sending, what's it now? I think they said he sent her like flowers and stuff, and they were calling him a stalker, you know, and I felt this was targeting me, not because I've done that. I haven't sent the person I have feelings for flowers. I've sent her a couple of letters though. No, I sent her a letter about a year ago. I don't know if it got to her or not, but I don't even know if she received it because I couldn't find exactly where she lived. I just wanted to send her a letter, you know, letting her know, just wishing her the best, you know what I mean? It wasn't some letter saying, please come back to me, I love you, ba 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 ba, yada yada, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's subliminal messaging and subliminal insults, so they're trying to like compare me to this guy, trying to say I'm a stalker. But who is doing the stalking here? I think it's you motherfuckers, isn't it? Because I'm not the one following people around talking about their lives in a discreet way. And they were doing it again when I was on the allotment. This guy goes past and he starts going, oh, we haven't got a good picture since, what was it? I can't, no, what was it? That was it. Since he went to Doncaster Airport, we haven't got a good picture. Talking loudly, and then said something about Malaga, right? And the last holiday I went to Mallorca, right? Guess which airport I flew from? Yeah, Doncaster Airport. So once again, subliminal letting me know they're spying on me, and that they're letting me know basically that they maybe they didn't get, well, yeah, that makes sense because I didn't go through the machine on the last airport, so maybe they don't have a new picture of me because oftentimes when you're coming back from the UK you have to go through these machines which scan your face, right? So that's probably how well, it makes sense because they can basically get a completely new picture of how you look every single time you go through the airport. So, you know, but that's what they do, you know. You know, always negative. Oh, they passed away. You know, it's like I told you before when they start talking about heart attacks and strokes, and these people start talking about heart attacks. Oh God, yeah. It's all negative. Always negative. Subliminal insult, name dropping, so rubbish. Took them out, something rubbish. Well, I'll play that again. Dump all rubbish. We start talking about the NHS as well, which is no surprise since they are actually the biggest participant in my harassment, and I was getting targeted through the radio. There was like this message it was an advert for the NHS, and it said something like, "We are here, we are everywhere," and then and then it just says the NHS blah 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 has been for so many years, join today. But the message "we are here everywhere," you know, is to target the people that they're targeting psychologically. I'm not saying it's just the NHS involved, because it's not, but the NHS, in my experience, are a very, very, if not the biggest participant in this program. They use the ambulances to stalk you with and harass you. NHS personnel are used to harass you. So, yeah. I'm just gonna get some headphones because I'm listening through my speakers and I might be able to hear what they're saying a bit better. I can't find my headphones though. I've got some other ones I can use. Yeah, I can't really make out some of the stuff that they're saying. And I was targeting them the whole time with hand signals. The whole time they were doing this. Just focus. Yeah, now they're talking about moving house and renting it out. You know, I'm not going to go into why they're talking about that, but I know it's to target me. You know what I'm saying? It's to do with my family. So, garden, you know, they mention the garden because I'm a gardener. Now they just stop. Something about a dog. And today, it's funny they say that because today I've been getting a lot of people targeting me. One thing they'll do when I'm on the allotment is they'll walk past and they'll loudly say, come on, good boy, come on, like that. That's something they do all the time. See, I'm listening to the garden again.
I wasn't meant to be doing it, like, but you had an hospital appointment for Leland. Come back and think, oh, you might as well do the garden while you're here.
Notice how many times they're saying, oh, you might as well do the garden while you're here. And what's that got to do with what they were just talking about? They said something about the garden's a mess. It's not natural conversation flowing. It is, but you know, I say when they are name dropping certain words to target me and get me on edge, to make me feel, well, not to make, like I already know they're spying on me, to let me know that they're spying on what I'm doing. This is what they do. Listen how she said, oh, you might as well do the garden while you're here.
How is she in East now? She's got some tablets now. Yeah.
And they start talking about tablets.
Kidneys is still leaking now. Yeah, kidneys is still leaking.
You know, it's always negative. You know how I say they target me with negative medical themes. So, like heart attacks. When I said when I was on the bus and I was getting pains in my stomach, and they said, "Oh," I said someone on the bus was going, "Oh, when you got a pain on your left side of your stomach, it means you got a kidney problem." This is exactly what they do. Oh, and they like the mock sympathy. Tablets. Yeah, and I was waiting for a train. I'm gonna skip this because actually I might edit it out because I don't want people knowing where I am. So I'm just gonna pause this and continue.